So imagine riding a motorcycle or even a car, for that matter, and getting involved in an accident, either killing the other driver or even yourself. Yeah, it seems like this happens all the time out there on the road. So what really makes it bad is that for most of the times, they're motorcycle riders that are involved in the accident. Motorcycle riders are more likely to be involved in fatal accidents than those traveling in cars. Motorcycles just don't provide the protection to riders that an automobile does. So today I'm here to explain the ways you guys can prevent motorcycle accidents from happening. And my three main points I'm going to be talking about are looking twice for bikes around you, not using your phone while driving, and not drinking and driving. So the first point is look twice for motorcycles. We have to share the road because there's motorcycles out there, and a lot of drivers don't see that. Just remember to always remember what you learned in your driving school, how they told you to check your mirrors, look over your shoulder, make sure it's clear and safe for you to either turn or switch lanes. California is the only state in this country that allows lane splitting. What lane splitting is motorcycles are allowed to ride in between lanes and between cars. And it's the only state that allows that. So people need to be aware of motorcycles on either sides of their cars. A lot of the reasons why motorcyclists ride motorcycles is for economical reasons. Maybe they can't afford a car, it's too expensive, gas is too expensive, insurance. So we have to share the road and just be aware of the other riders that are out there. My second point is not using your cell phones while driving. It's a huge distraction to the driver. It requires 100% concentration when you're driving. So being on a cell phone, you cannot multitask and be on your phone and being able to drive. According to the Highway Traffic Safety Administration, they reported 2,449, which is 49% of all fatal motorcycle crashes were a result of a bike and a car collision. So it could happen when either you're on your cell phone and you're not realize that there's a bike in front of you or a car, and bikes are allowed to stop. They stop faster than cars do, and they run at a faster speed than cars. So if you're on your cell phone and you look up and all of a sudden there's a bike stopped in front of you, you can hit them, or say you want to switch lanes and you're on your phone and there's a bike that comes by you. Those are just fatal accidents that happen on the daily, including one of my experiences not too long ago, about a month ago. I was leaving school and I was lane splitting, and it was stop traffic, and this truck just comes out of nowhere, and I wasn't able to stop in time. I hit my brakes, but I hit the back of his truck. Luckily I had a little bit of time to stop, but not enough, and ended up in a car accident. So that's my second point, and my last point is no drinking and driving. It impairs your driving abilities, and according to the National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence Incorporation, an estimate at about 32% of fatal car crashes involve an intoxicated driver. So we could lessen that amount of drunk driving by not drinking alcohol before driving, or making sure you sober up before you drive, and making sure you're not over the 0.08 limit of what the California expects. Alcohol affects your attentiveness and one's ability to make quick decisions on the road. So if you are under the influence, it can really hurt you and other people out on the road. So in conclusion, I've explained how looking twice for bikes, not using your cell phone, and not drinking and driving can prevent motorcycle accidents. So please be someone's angel and save a life before an accident happens, because that next number on the statistics board could be you. So always remember, when you're in your car, look twice, you could save a life.
I don't think it helps much that David just came in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you missed the speech. Is there somebody who could maybe switch, who could do the oral evaluation of this speech?
I could just watch it online and do it.
Well, it's supposed to be an oral evaluation that you're supposed to do now, so that's a little complicated.
I can do it. I can do it if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great. Would you please?
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I really liked how you outlined what you were going to talk about. It made it really easy to follow, and it was pretty simple. I mean, I also liked the story of the, well, I didn't like it, but you know, I wish it wouldn't have happened, but it caught my attention, and it was a good attention grabber in the middle of the speech, which I thought maybe you could have put it like closer to the beginning, but I still think it was good. But coming back to the organization, I really liked the organization. Maybe, I feel like for this speech, maybe you used a little too much note cards, but it wasn't distracting, and because a lot of us sometimes we like pause too much reading note card to note card, and I think you did okay on that, so that was all right. And anyways, going back to the organization, sorry, I keep coming back. It was really easy to follow. 3 points, 3 easy points, statistics on most of them. And yeah, I think you made a really good case of why we shouldn't, you know, we should keep our eyes on the road and not text or drink, obviously. I think it was very persuasive, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that the text and the drinking one are particularly unique to motorcycles, and so I think you have to do a little bit more to make those advantageous to your position here. The first one, you have the information about lane splitting, and I thought that that was a good start on that particular point, but then you don't really do much with that notion. We don't get any data about accidents being related to lane splitting. We don't have any notion that people aren't careful when they're driving in their lane, you know, not realizing that there might be a motorcycle very close to them not in the next lane, but in the same lane as them. There wasn't any comparative data between states that, you know, California being the only one that has lane splitting, in other states, whether or not there is a difference in the number of motorcycle accidents based on that. So it felt a little bit underdeveloped. I'd agree with Jose, though. It's very well organized and easy to follow. It's delivered pretty well, but it feels like the content on the individual points is a little underdeveloped. All right, thank you.